Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 1 in 6 Support Friday group. We are here today with our special guest, Stacey Pinilis, who's a licensed clinical social worker. She'll give you a little background about herself. But Stacey, I've known for 25 years because we were in a baby group together in Manhattan before we moved here. And she is a wonderful therapist, has practice in town that she'll tell you about, but she is our resident tapping expert who comes to our group periodically, and we're very grateful that you're here today. So thank you so much. And I'll let you take it from here.
Yeah, thanks for having me, everyone. I'm cutting into your chit-chatting time.
And can I just interrupt 1 second? Because we are recording for the people who are here virtually, just know that it is being recorded. So if you'd like to keep your name, your child's name, and your experience private, just make sure that you know that this is being recorded and it will go out to the group.
Okay, great. So yeah, it's been 25 years. We met at the 14th Street Y, and this will be no shock to you, and some of you might have heard this before, that of course at the end of like the Mommy and Me organized group that we paid for, Alma slips me a piece of paper, with her apartment number. And from there, we just had so many fun times at your apartment. We did music for aardvarks, but you hosted it. Yeah. And cooking and all sorts of things. And then Alma came here in January of 2002, and I came in May. So it's been a while. Yeah. It's been a ride. So yeah, I have a virtual practice now, in town, but I can see people all over New Jersey, and I focus on working with parents, with like a subspecialty of food allergy parents, because my youngest has a food allergy. So it's been like a little niche for me. And therapy is great, but I've learned over the past more than 25 years that, talking kind of brings you so far. And awareness brings you so far. So that's why I love all the different modalities like tapping and even visualizing, meditating, somatic work, because that's really how you can kind of put it into practice. So does anyone
I'm just taking it off.
have any kind of meditation practice? Yeah. Yeah, a little, and tapping. I guess even when I've been here, we've tapped. Does that yeah. So we could do a little meditating, a little tapping, and a little talking, I'm thinking, if that sounds good. Does anyone have any questions, thoughts, concerns before we start?
Do you want to explain a little bit about tapping?
On tapping? Okay, great. Yeah, tapping, basically you're tapping on different acupressure points. And as you're kind of activating those meridians in your body and saying something that's troubling, it does resolve. It's kind of, so we could try it a little bit today. And that's all I'm going to say for that right now, because I think you do have to kind of experience it to really know it. I thought though, another thing is, which I love, I don't know if anyone's into like the moon. Yeah, or astrology. So it's a super moon. It's the last full moon of 2025, and you're supposed to release what doesn't serve you. So patterns, issues. 2025 has been dishing out a lot of challenges for people. I don't know if everyone else has felt that way.
Yes.
Apparently, it's the year of the snake, and we're moving into the year of the horse. So I also like to kind of incorporate some of that into my practice. I think it's fun. And so maybe you can start to think about what pattern kind of has kept coming up for you in 2025 that you're ready to just get rid of. So why don't we start with, I wrote up a little meditation. So that might be a good way to kind of get grounded and just kind of start a little bit. Does that sound good? Yeah. So then we could, after that, maybe do a little talking, a little tapping, and then close out. All right. So settle into where you're sitting. There are no rules. So again, you don't have to close your eyes if you don't want to. You don't even have to listen to what I'm saying. Just try and use this as an opportunity to chill out and get grounded. Okay. So feel the cushions beneath you or the floor supporting you and the warmth of the living room. Let your hands rest comfortably. Soften your gaze or close your eyes if you want. Take a slow inhale through your nose and release it gently through your mouth. Inhale, feeling your rib cage expand. Exhale, allowing your shoulders, jaw, and belly to soften. Let your breath become steady and natural. Notice that you are here, not rushing, not fixing, not planning, just here. You created this moment for yourself. Let yourself feel the relief of having nothing asked of you right now. Notice your body, any tightness, heaviness, or places asking for gentleness. Offer those places your breath. With your inhale, draw in a sense of nourishment meant only for you. With your exhale, set down what you've been carrying today, what you've been carrying this year, the unseen work, the moments that ask too much. You're not pushing anything away, just placing it beside you for now. This is yours, your moment to rest. Bring your awareness to those sitting in this room with you, mothers walking their own winding paths. Feel the presence of the circle. No explaining, no defending, just understanding. Imagine a soft, steady, welcoming light filling the room. With each inhale, feel it expand gently, touching your feet, your legs, your shoulders, your tired and your hopeful places. Let it remind you you are not alone. You can always remind yourself in tough times, I am not alone. Gently bring attention inward. If it feels comfortable, rest a hand on your heart or your belly. Inhale kindness. Exhale self-judgment. Silently offer yourself these words, I am doing the best I can, and that is enough. Let them settle where you need them most. Return your awareness to this room around you. The warm lighting, the soft furniture, the steady company of the Friday group. Feel a gentle warmth in the space, from the light, the presence of others, or simply from pausing. Hear the room itself saying, you belong here. You are supported here. You can rest here. Feel the warmth gather in your chest, your belly, your hands. Deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers. Loosen your jaw. Roll your shoulders gently. Take one breath that truly feels yours. Think about everything you've been through this year. Acknowledge that you made it. And when you're ready, open your eyes, bringing with you the softness, connection, and quiet strength found here together. Okay. Okay, so how was that for everyone? Yeah. It takes like a minute, to just kind of, when you're in the thick of it, just to kind of bring your attention to yourself and say, like, I'm okay in this moment, I made it, things like that. It's amazing what it can do for your negative self-talk and stuff like that. So does anyone have anything like on top of mind that they would like to set an intention now to kind of release any patterns, any issues, anything that keeps coming up for them over and over again? Yeah.
Yeah, I have children who's a health issue.
Mm-hmm.
So tremendously uptight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Worrying about the future. Yeah. So people are nodding. People can kind of agree with you and understand you. Yeah, it's hard. Yeah. Yeah.
We can't hear over here.
You can't hear?
No, what she said.
So someone said that she was struggling
Thank
with
you.
a child's, can you hear me? Health
I
issue.
can hear you, yes.
Yeah,
Thank
so
you.
someone was struggling just with like worrying about the future for a child who has a health issue. but thank you. I'll try and repeat back to you. So people can relate with that and worry for their own kids' future. It's kind of a universal thing. Yeah. So maybe if you want, we can tap on that actually. Yeah. Okay, great. So, on a scale of 1 to 10, and everyone can kind of make their own number, how worried are you for your child's future? And then just kind of make note of what that is so that you can tell after we tap if that comes down, goes up, moves. And then you also want to notice, where do you feel that worry in your body? Is it in your throat? And actually, it would help me kind of formulate the script if you do throw it out. So, like, where does anyone have any places where they feel the angst the most? Chest,
And shoulders. And
shoulders.
jaw.
I feel like we could start singing like chest, shoulder. No. Okay, so chest, shoulders, jaw, throat. Okay. Anywhere else? Okay. And would people say that it's like between an 8 and a 10 or pretty high? Okay. And you do that, yeah, my Zoom members too. And what are some words that you feel when you think of your child? You want to start like what is some things that you're worried about in particular?
And having emotional despair.
Them having emotional despair? Okay. So then can you say more about that? Like what exactly? Okay. Oh.
There already suffers from low self-esteem, and this issue
Mm-hmm.
is I exacerbating, or I fear this issue is going to exacerbate.
Okay. Yep.
To repeat that.
Yep. So the lovely mom said that having a health issue, the concern is that it will already impact someone who is already kind of struggling with self-esteem. Yeah. Okay. Anyone else want to put words to the worry about their own child, children?
Can I add
Yeah.
that we may not know exactly what they're saying, but somehow their voices, their inner voices can be heard.
The child's inner voices.
Yeah, or maybe inner voice is not the right word, but we may not always understand what they're trying to tell us, but we still want to find a way that they are still heard and understood enough that they feel safe.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's basically my fear, that my kids will feel alone and like nobody has their back and be unable to articulate that.
Okay. Did you hear that?
No, we can't
Okay.
hear that. No.
Okay. Okay. So the idea is that the worry for your kids is that they'll feel alone and misunderstood, and no one but you, I guess, right? Will understand.
Or pressure.
It's a lot of
But
pressure.
I don't understand because I'm human and
Mhm.
being a little mean, like I worry that they'll have those feelings, and those feelings will be sort of reinforced by people outside, and I
Okay.
just want them to feel supported.
Yeah. Okay. So negative feelings might be reinforced from the outside world. Okay. Anyone else? Yep.
I'd like to speak real quick, if it's okay.
Sure.
My child seems so far to be the youngest out of the group that I've noticed. She's 8, and this is something that we're dealing with. She struggles with her self-image. She kind of goes back and forth between, I feel like a boy, I feel like a girl. She wants to be liked by everybody, and it's changing the way she feels about herself, trying to appease everyone. So this is definitely something that kind of hits home for us.
Okay. All right. Great. Thank you for jumping in.
Mhm.
Okay. Yep.
My worry is that after like 2 years of chronic illness, and like being taken to this specialist and that, trying this and that, and a million supplements and these herbs and this homeopathy, my kid is closed to any further interventions. And I feel like, I'm just on the cusp of like really figuring it out.
Mm-hmm. So worrying that their child might not get the help they need because they're just done with the system and the treatments. Yep. Okay.
And for me, the change of being older and being out of the systems care up until 21 and all the changes that are going to happen after 21,
Mm-hmm.
with the lack of supports,
Yeah.
and kindness going
Right.
forward.
So thinking of your child as an adult and what
Yeah.
happens in the adult world.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm. Any other concerns, worries, things stuck in your head?
About his ability to be independent and that he has so many strengths, but people viewing the deficits more than the strengths.
Mm-hmm.
And like just and himself seeing his deficits rather than all the amazing strengths and being able to build on those strengths to be independent and functioning, not outside without us.
Yeah. Okay. So that seems to be a common worry is, will my child kind of see that they're okay, or will negative things be reflected back and reinforce all of the deficits? All right. So do you want to tap a little and we'll see? So I'll just kind of do a general script, but if it doesn't resonate in your own head, just change the words to what does. And we'll see. So remember, think about where it feels worrisome in your body, what the number is, and at the end, we'll see if it moved, and then we'll tap again. Okay. So then you just, where's our friend? Okay, it's okay. All right. Okay. So just you're just going to copy me, and it's best to talk out loud if you can. But you don't have to. So even though I'm so worried about my child,
Even though I'm so worried about my child
and I feel it in my body,
and I feel it in my body,
and I worry about what's going to happen to them in the world,
and I worry about what's going to happen to them in the world,
I accept myself and my feelings.
I accept myself and my feelings.
So even though I'm so worried
Even though I'm so worried
about my child
about my child,
and about their ability to function in the world without me, and if people will be nice to them,
people will be nice to them,
and if they'll feel good about themselves,
and if they'll feel good about themselves,
I'm going to choose to accept myself and my feelings.
and to accept their feelings.
Okay, and so then you're just going to move to the top of your head. You could do one hand or two. Worry. Okay, then eyebrow, worry in my chest.
Chest.
And then side of the eye, worry in my throat. And then under the eye, intense worry.
Intense worry.
And then under the nose, worry.
Worry.
And then chin, so much worry.
So much worry.
And then collarbone, will my kid be okay?
Will my kid be okay?
And then under the arm, did I do enough?
Did I do enough?
And then top of the head, will the world be kind?
Will be kind.
And then eyebrow, do they have a strong enough foundation?
Do they have a strong enough foundation?
And then side of the eye, did I do enough? And then under the eye, worry. And then under the nose, always extreme worry.
Always extreme worry.
And then chin, worry in my chest.
Chest.
Collarbone, worry in my throat. And then under the arm, worry in my shoulders. And then top of the head, will they be okay? Will they be okay? So we're just going to pause for a second. Rest your hands in your lap. Take a deep breath. You might feel like energy moving. See what popped up for you. If you had any new thoughts, words, if the number changed, if the feeling moved, and then we'll keep going. Anything that anyone wants to shout out?
Physical relief.
Okay. Yep. People are nodding. Yeah. Okay. Loosening. Okay. So now we'll, anything else? Any other thoughts besides worry for your kids?
Really moved up to my head.
Uh-huh.
Like I feel much looser here and it moved up here.
Okay, so the feeling moved from the shoulders to the head. That's normal. Yeah. Yeah.
I just got an image of one of my kids who I worry about a lot doing something that he really likes to do, which is, wash the dishes and unload the dishwasher, put the dishes away. So-
Nice. Yeah, so tapping sometimes frees you up to have these like sort of new epiphanies, new ideas, that you wouldn't have when you're kind of stuck. You could feel your body, how most of us kind of walk around like this, right? So this gives you a chance to kind of receive some new information. So,
I
yep.
felt really strong response when to like align that really resonated.
You felt a big emotional response. Good. So that's a release. Yeah, that's what we want. Yeah. Okay, great. Okay, so then we'll keep going. So even though I'm worried about my kid, and deep inside, I know and I hope that they'll be okay.
Deep inside.
I can't help but be worried. I'll still accept myself and my feelings right now. Even though I'm usually super worried about my kid. And I worry if they'll be okay. And I wonder if I did everything I could for them. I'm going to choose to accept myself right now. Okay, top of the head. Worry. So much worry. So much angst. So much stress. And then eyebrow, worry in my chest. And side of the eye, worry in my head. And then under the eye, worry coursing through my body.
In my body.
And then under the nose, walking around worried.
Walking around.
And then chin, do they know how worried I am?
No, I'm worried.
Collarbone, do they want me to be worried for them?
They want me to be worried.
And then under the arm, is worry helpful?
It's very helpful.
And then top of the head, does worry get me going or keep me stuck?
It's worried that we go and our keys stuck.
Eyebrow, is there any way is there room for feeling a different way about this?
There's room for feeling a different way about this.
And then eyebrow, side of the eye, worry.
Worry.
Under the eye, so much worry.
So much worry.
Under the nose, always worried.
Always worry.
And then chin, are they as worried for themselves as I am for them?
It's what's needed for themselves. I am for them.
And then collarbone, worry in my stomach.
Worries.
Under the arm, worry in my chest.
Chest.
Top of the head, so much worry,
So much worry.
so much feeling,
So much feeling.
so much angst. And then rest your hands in your lap. Take a deep breath in. Feel it moving. And just check in with yourself and see if anything else came up for you as we were tapping that you want to share.
Just calmness.
Yeah, good.
Listening.
Lessening. Uh-huh. Anything else? Any new images, thoughts, concerns, intentions, anything else pop up?
The idea that my worry transfers to my child.
Okay, transferring worry to your child. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Realization that worry sometimes actually gets me going, and I don't have another way to get going
Mm-hmm.
early. So
Okay. Worry gets you going. Yep.
And simultaneously keeps me stuck.
yes.
Uh-huh. Yep. Worry keeps you stuck and gets you going, depending. Anything else?
Don't they stopped.
Things stopped? The worry or everything? Okay, so similar to Alma, just kind of a calmness. Oh, I appreciate that. No, good. Just stop. Can you say more about what that means to you or where you feel that in your body? The stopness? Nothingness, but you don't like that feeling. You think you like it. Okay. Okay. See, it is an interesting thing. Like, it's your body is kind of like primed, right? For this kind of worry, frantic, I gotta do, I gotta fix, I gotta solve. And without that, what is left? So it is a weird feeling, right? But it's good just to kind of observe, be aware, and it gives you more agency to make a different choice in the moment. Like, do I need this worry right now? Can I feel something else?
It also just reminds me that even with activities of self-care, this kind of self-care is very rare to be able to get into this space, which is so important to just fully calm your body.
Yeah.
Affects your mind. And I know that I don't do it enough.
Well, it's hard to do it
Yeah.
yourself, right?
But that's so beneficial.
Yeah, it really is. There's something about saying, like naming exactly how you're feeling, even if it's really scary. The thoughts in your head, sometimes you don't even know what you're thinking. So to actually get it out, name it while you're kind of tapping on these points, is a relief. Yeah.
It's so much more useful than meditation, which I
Mhm.
haven't done lately, but I did do pretty regularly for
Mhm.
years. And that I realized that that was almost like, yeah, like I can drop into meditation and, feel like super calm, but I think it was actually a form of numbness in a way. And this is so much more helpful because it's actually it's the somatics paired with addressing the true emotions, as
Right.
opposed to like have no thoughts, just float for 45 minutes.
Yeah, yeah, right. So someone was saying that tapping is is more helpful than meditation. Well, also I've realized a lot, kind of like the way that I practiced early on is so different from how I practice now as a therapist. Like some people taking a deep breath, that's really just not the way to go. It's so easy to say, oh, just, take a deep breath. Like meditation counts. I used to say it like a red light, you can meditate. But like sometimes that energy doesn't want to be calmed. You need to release it. You need to jump. You need to run. You need to scream, so it's different for everybody. And there's so many different techniques and things you could do. It's just a matter of remembering to do it. And when you're so habituated to worry and stress and angst and running around, then, you're not going to remember to put on a tapping YouTube or, run or jump or whatever. So, I mean, half the battle is remembering to remember.
Does this work with children?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I did it with my youngest when he was like 7, and my two kids, two of my sons used to fight all the time. And so we did a whole round of tapping about the fighting. And at the end, he said, oh, so you mean, he just wants to play with me and be my friend? And I'm like, yeah, So it's like it gives you you drop into your body in a different way, and you come up with like, ideas that you could never have when you're so walking around like this in your story, of like whatever it is, right? We all have our stories about our kids, about everything. So
Also, the story that you're giving us is like so great. Like I was like, would I say that to myself? No, I wouldn't think that. So it's nice.
oh, okay. Like
somebody else.
like what exactly in particular?
Well, I never like what you're saying is resonating a lot with me, but I don't know if I would think of that script on my own.
Yeah.
Be like, even though, like you said something like, does he want me? Do they want me?
Mm-hmm.
And I always, to some extent, feel like, well, maybe he's manipulating, not manipulating, but he wants me to have that anxiety or worry. But he'll verbalize all the time. It's not your worry, it's my stuff.
Yeah.
You have to let me deal with my own stuff.
Yep.
Like, I'm dealing with it. So, but I don't like connect that a lot when I'm in that moment.
Mm-hmm.
So hearing your script, I'm like, how is that script exactly? Like, it's so true for me.
Good.
Yes, like, is my child is worried about this?
Or you're putting the worry on your child.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, so then maybe you can use that as a way to sort of stop and say, wait, is this, my worry? Does he want me to be worried? Like, I'll tell you right now, kids do not want us to worry about them. They want us to believe in them and see them at their best self and in their healthiest version of themselves. And sometimes they're going to suffer. And sucks for us and them, but that's life, right? Like, so yeah, so now you can use that as a way to kind of pause, right? Yeah, like, do I need to be worried right now? Does he want me to be worried about him? And then I don't know you if you're aware of like the meta meditation or the loving kindness meditation. I think we did that in here once before, but that's when I catch myself in worry, I do that instead, if I remember, to say, may you be healthy, may you be happy, may you live a life of ease, which is much better than the kind of spiral of who even knows what, right? Like a lot of times it's hard to even know what am I even spiraling about.
Yeah. Just ruminating and it's not productive.
It's not, right? So, good. Okay. So we could do a round of like positive tapping, which is always fun. So what are some things that you hope for your child or children or yourself? What
To
are
be happy.
to be happy?
Find meaningful work.
Meaningful work, yep. Okay.
To believe in themselves.
To believe in themselves, yep.
To be happy and be productive.
Mm-hmm.
Be
Mhm.
a productive, helpful member of the society,
Mm-hmm.
community.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Repeat that.
To be a helpful, it's okay, member of society, productive member of society. I will say that might look different for them than it does for what we think that they will be. So just to keep that in mind, right? Everyone has a different definition,
Very important.
right?
That's very important.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
to be able to say my version of, him being productive and happy
Mhm.
is very
Very
different from his.
Right. And what even is, I mean, not that this is like philosophy class, but like,
Yes.
what is happy?
Yeah. Feeling
Right?
content, feeling good about themselves, feeling
Mm-hmm.
like they're accepted.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's it for what I think about.
Yeah.
I think,
Good.
Ease.
Ease.
Does it feel ease?
Yeah. Yeah.
peace.
Peace.
They feel at
Mhm.
peace.
Mm-hmm.
To find their people
Uh-huh.
they can feel connected to.
Yeah.
Throughout and that they feel supported
Mm-hmm.
outside of just us.
Yeah, I love that. Did we miss anything?
I have a really specific one.
Yeah.
Were you gonna say something?
I was gonna say feel seen.
To feel seen. Yeah, that's what we all want, right?
Child to put up boundaries and not carry other people's problems without losing her deep empathic nature.
Okay, I'm just going to ask you a question. Do you do that?
Yeah, I think.
Yeah. Okay, so then you were a good model.
Yes.
Putting up boundaries, right? And not taking on other people's feelings as their own. Okay. I'm glad that you have gotten better at that because I think for moms it's super hard to do. Yeah. So good work.
I'm not saying I do it in the best way, but I do.
That's okay. That's okay. There is no perfect, Yeah.
Being able to put up boundaries and not take other people's emotions in, and being able to put up a boundary and not take my child's emotion in.
Yeah.
I think I'm better at doing it maybe for other people, but I'm terrible at not
Mm-hmm.
being the reservoir, like taking all of his emotions in.
Yeah, right.
I have no boundaries.
So we're talking about having boundaries, not taking in your kids' every angst and every feeling and every issue as your own. There's really no thing. How are we doing that if you think about it for all these years, right? There's like no room really. You have your own stuff. And so,
I think it takes a toll physically.
yeah, yeah.
I know one of my children went away and I joked that I was gonna have 100 days of self-care, and I kind of did. And
Mm-hmm.
I came back and she was like, God, you seem great.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's like, how do we kind of bring that into the everyday, It's not so easy, right? But I so appreciate that we're doing it now. Okay, so we'll tap on some positives. So, even though parenting is a challenge,
Even though parenting is a challenge.
and it's really, really hard,
And it's just really hard.
and I so much want to be a good parent for my child.
Be a good thing for my
And there are days I fall short.
That's all short.
I deeply and completely love and accept myself,
So.
even though parenting is hard. And I'm trying the best I can. And sometimes it doesn't feel good enough.
Sometimes it doesn't.
I'm choosing to accept myself right now.
So, right.
Top of the head. Parenting is hard.
Parenting is hard.
It's really, really hard. And then eyebrow. There is no book I can read to help me be the best parent I can be.
There's no book I can read to help me be the best parent that I am.
Side of the eye. I really am hoping that I just did the best I could.
I'm hoping that I just did the best that I could.
And that my kid will be okay.
And my kid will be okay.
And then under the nose, I trust that they will be okay.
Trust that they will be okay.
Under the chin, that they will find community.
And they will find community.
That they will love themselves.
They will love them.
Under the arm, that they will be productive. Under the and top of the head, that they will create a meaningful life and feel good about themselves.
Feel good about
And then side of the eye, I taught them a lot. And then under the eye, I provided a good foundation for all of this.
Provided a good foundation.
And then under the nose, it might be hard. Chin, like it was hard for me.
It was hard for me.
And then collarbone, but I trust that they'll figure it out.
They'll figure it out.
And then under the arm, it might feel bumpy. Top of the head, but I'll be there for them.
Yeah.
Like I always am.
Right.
All right. Just rest your hand. Where's everyone now?
To me, this feels like very cathartic, like in a way that like I kind of feel like after a therapy session, where I'm just like, wow, that was hard. And it kind of sucked, but it was also very helpful. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's a compliment.
Yeah, I understand
Then,
it.
like,
I
it
know.
just, it brings up stuff that
Mm-hmm.
you didn't know you were holding.
Yeah.
And then like usually about an hour later I'll feel calm,
Yep.
you know.
Yeah.
But it definitely feels like I've like been through the ringer on a therapy session.
Yeah, it is a good. I'm glad you brought that up. I mean, if we were in like a session, we would stay on like, I don't know, grief or loss, like whatever it is, the initial feeling until it disappeared. So, and it's amazing that it does, you know. But so we're just doing a quick little taste of it. But yeah, but that is that is a taste. Hopefully, well, let's see. I don't want you to leave feeling tired or anything. So we'll make sure that everyone's
But then
feeling.
later I'm like, wow, I feel so much better now.
Yeah, yeah.
That's just my cycle.
Yeah, good, good. Anyone else? How is everyone else feeling?
I think I'll take home a good energy. Believing that they're gonna be okay. I feel
Mhm.
like I wasn't thinking that way at all
Okay.
because I didn't get that far. It's a good thing to believe, and I want to tell them that they're gonna be okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I love that. And someone here was saying, like, you know, and I talked about this too, that like worry is contagious. Well, so is like you don't even have to say anything, and worry is contagious in terms of energy. If you approach your kid with confidence and, you know, and I don't know, like positive feelings and seeing them at in their best self, even when you're not together in the same room, like it is contagious, you know. So it is a good practice. So just, you know, if you remember, picture them healthy and strong. I mean, we can do that for a minute or two now, just kind of if you want to do that to practice visualizing. And look, I mean, athletes visualize, you know, like the whole entire game, right? From start to finish. And so it is such a powerful way to kind of take action and like make change in your life. So I'm a big believer in that. So, yeah.
Can I ask something?
Yeah.
Like I know that with EMDR,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have to say it out loud. You
Mm-hmm.
can do it, you know,
Yeah.
internally. So is that basically the same with tapping, or you just think it's more productive?
I
saying it out
learned
loud?
it's better to say it out loud, but you don't have to. It just there's something about naming it and
Yeah.
saying it out loud, like
Yeah.
all the stuff, you know.
Mhm.
But when you're if you're working with trauma, there's different techniques and different things to do where you wouldn't say it out loud. So it
Okay.
really just depends,
Okay.
you know,
Mhm.
on what you're tapping on.
Is the science of this related to EMDR? Because like parts of it reminded me of it and parts of it I think are totally different.
Yeah, and people use tapping and EMDR to like, so yeah, I think it's all, you know, similar. Like you're kind of thinking or saying something out loud as you're doing something with your body. And there, you know, there is a part which we didn't get to of tapping where you are kind of using your eyes a little. So, yeah.
What do you think? I'm sorry to, but like,
No,
here's my
go ahead.
question. What do you think of those machines that like buy tap or whatever? Because my son's therapist has been recommending that, and she has one in her office,
Mm-hmm.
and like he'll do it there, and he will like usually calm down enough to like speak to her. And so she was like pushing one, but like, how does that relate to this? Because that's like more like a methodical tapping on a thing as opposed to your academic.
Yeah, there's so many different things now. It's just like, especially if your kid is into it and wants to do it, yeah, go for it, you know. But you can see, you know, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would hate for you to buy it and then him not use it at home, you know, but well, that's true.
Like everything else.
That's true. But yeah, I mean, I don't know, you'll see. Like, again, some kids take to it and some kids don't tapping, but you know.
I don't know if we work with like groups, but I found that my child is still slightly open to doing something if it's in a group with other kids.
Mm-hmm.
And so I started looking. There was somebody, it was through the 1 in 6 group who I found. I just feel like there's maybe sort of like a dearth. My kid is like 11, teenage. I haven't found anything. Like I tried to start a support group myself for like preteens with chronic illness. Like I couldn't find people.
We could talk after. Let's see, yeah.
15.
The question,
Sorry.
sorry. No, the question was about groups for kids. You know,
And
yeah.
specifically semantics, from what I learned, like I just took a class over the summer with Ariel Schwartz.
Mm-hmm.
And
Oh,
it's like
great.
you actually have to be in community for this stuff to work.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I like doing semantics with her at home. Or I mean, she would never sit with like me doing this, but in a group setting.
Mm-hmm. So that's interesting. Yeah, in terms of doing semantics with groups. I mean, you know, it is hard to find help for your kids, as you all know. So that's why I work with mostly moms, because I do find, and studies show sometimes, that if you do the work, there is an effect on your kid. So while you're kind of looking and figuring it out, make sure you're doing your own work on anxiety, on stress, on anger, on whatever, right? Because it is hard to find. Like, how are we going to find a group for 11-year-olds to do this type of work? It's, you know.
I will say that it's not a tapping group, but there's a group that I've been promoting, that like a game night for preteens that's happening at Cornerstone. It's been Wendy from Cornerstone has promoted it on the website, on our group. I've been putting it on Facebook. It's, you know, just getting together for a game night, and even that might be an entree into, you know, just being in community for the kids.
Yeah.
Which can be really helpful, as we all know.
Right, exactly. Yeah. So what time is it? Oh, I can't see.
11.
Yep.
It's 11. Okay.
Wow.
We have time for
Okay.
one more.
So then one more tapping? Or
What do you guys think?
are you liking it?
Yeah.
It's so funny because for some reason I wasn't even considering focusing on tapping today. Isn't that funny?
Oh.
But hey, that's great.
Key, so
That's fun. I know. I'm like, oh, right.
that's how
tapping. That's how you said. Right. I know.
Whether
That's
you do it
okay.
or not. Sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. All right. So let's tap as an in conclusion, and then, you can always reach out to me, and if you, want to talk further or whatever, Alma has my
Yeah, I
info.
put her website, I linked her name to the website on our group when I, yesterday night.
Yeah.
So you can find her, but I can do
Yeah,
that again,
okay.
or you can get to them.
Yeah, you could do it. All right, so we'll wing it. Okay. So even though this is a lot, and I might not have expected it today,
Maybe effective today.
and I'm feeling a lot of feelings,
Feeling a lot of feelings.
I'm going to choose to accept myself right now. Even though this is not what I expected.
Even though this is not what I expected.
And a lot of feelings got kicked up.
Got picked up.
I'm going to choose to accept myself right now.
Choose to accept myself right now.
Okay. This group.
It's this group.
And then this Friday group. And then side of the eye, this community.
This community.
And then under the eye, support.
Support.
And then under the nose, calm.
Calm.
And then under the chin, groundedness.
Groundedness.
And then collarbones, being seen.
Being seen.
Under the arm, hope.
Hope.
And then top of the head, new ways of thinking.
New ways of thinking.
And then eyebrow, feeling supported.
Feeling supported.
And then side of the eye, I am feeling supported.
I'm feeling supported.
And then under the eye, I'm feeling a little better.
I'm feeling a little better.
And then under the nose, I can return to this whenever I want.
I can return to this whenever I want.
And then chin and feel support.
And feel support.
Collarbone and feel hope.
Feel hope.
Under the arm and realize that my child will feel it too.
Yes, that's my child will feel it too.
Top of the head, I am okay.
Okay.
I am safe.
I'm safe.
All is well
So.
in this moment. Okay, and then just take a deep breath in. And thank you so much for having me. And
Thank you.
this was great as always.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Anyone online want
Anyone online?
I just want to say thank you so much. Tapping is like my ultimate favorite. Thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. That's great. Okay.
Stop record. Thank you
Yeah.
so much, Stacey.
You're
Can
welcome.
you just say, give your website on there?
I think it's Stacey Pinilis, LCSW.com.